Now to an art exhibit held each year during Black History Month.
This year, it honors Dayton's funk music tradition. Rhonda Moore talks to the well-respected local artist in charge of the exhibit.
Good morning. This is the 10th year for Visual Voices, and joining me now is Bing Davis, and he is the curator. So tell me about this year's Visual Voices.
This year's is special. This year's is called Visions of Dayton Funk. And 13 artists ended up being a part of this team, and they were challenged to go beyond just capturing images of musicians and dancers. They had to listen to the music for months and months and months and find a piece that would inspire them and create a piece of work that had a funky feel to it.
So what will people see when they come down here to look at all these different...
A variety of technique, processes, and different ways of interpreting a Dayton funk music tradition by these artists, all from the Dayton region area, and paintings, drawings, sculpture, three-dimensional work, and an eclectic group of artists. From ordained ministers to beauticians and seamstresses and ordinary artists who work every day. There's 19 pieces. Several of the artists were able to do a couple of pieces that got into the show. Our corporate sponsor for the last 10 years has been DP&L, so we'll go to the DP&L headquarters and then end up in May at Urban Nights at Ebony at the Gallery in West Dayton.
So why should people come down here to check this out?
For several reasons. For number one, they're going to see creative people who are right here today continue the innovation and creativity that comes out of our region, and also a chance for us as a community to celebrate this wonderful Dayton funk tradition that the rest of the world celebrates. And we're going to celebrate it here at the Schuster.
All right, well, you can check out Visual Voices, Vision of Dayton funk music here at the Schuster Center. It is now through March the 31st, and it's during regular business hours. Now, coming up at 8:05, we're going to have the Dayton Funk All-Stars, and they're going to perform for us a little bit of music. Back to you guys.
This year's Visual Voices art exhibit focuses on music that came out of Dayton.
It includes a concert featuring the Ohio Players. Rhonda Moore is with the group that will also take the stage.
Good morning. We are jamming this morning to More Bounce to the Ounce. Now we have 3 of the 13 members of the Dayton Funk All-Stars Band, and they will be playing this week at the Schuster Center along with the Ohio Players. And joining me now is one of the original members, Darren Bell. Darren, how long have the Funk All-Stars been around?
The Dayton Funk All-Stars, we've been around since the year 2000, created by our founder, Tony Silky T. Allen.
All right, and so there's 13 members, and what bands did some of the guys play in before?
Oh, guys have worked with Heat Wave, Zap, the Ohio Players, and many, many other groups.
Why is Dayton music, so good?
The music is good because, that funk music was birthed here. And we know there's several other genres of music. But we must take claim that we are the land of funk.
All right, so now you guys are going to be performing Sunday with the Ohio Players. So what is that going to be like for you?
Well, we're going to have some surprises. I will mention that we will have performing with us one of Dayton's only Grammy Award winners, Mr. Keith Harrison, who won a Grammy for Let It Whip with the Daz Band, but also from the Dayton-based band Phaso.
All right, so just talk about the playing with the Ohio Players and being up on that stage and knowing that they came from Dayton and really probably put Dayton on the map.
Oh, absolutely. And thinking back, during the years, especially during the 80s, not only watching those guys, during their prime year, and they're still doing their thing now.
All right, sounds good. And if you want to come see the Ohio Players with the Dayton Funk All-Stars, that concert is Sunday at 7 p.m. It's here at the Schuster Center in downtown Dayton, and we'll be back at 8:50, and we'll have more on the visual art exhibit and also talk more about the concert. Back to you guys.
How great do they sound?
Good, even this early in the morning.
Oh,
awesome.
They sound awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun concert to go to. In the late 60s, 70s, and 80s, Dayton was the home of funk music.
An annual art exhibit is paying tribute to that Dayton sound. Rhonda Moore tells us how the younger generation is getting involved.
Good morning. This year there's something different with the Visual Voices art exhibit, and joining me now is Gary Minyard with the Victoria Theater to explain. So what's different?
Well, this year we wanted to get young people involved, and so I partnered with the Ponent's Career Technology Center. They have a lot of amazing kids that know how to do all sorts of radio, TV, And we thought it would be great if they learned how to interview artists and then document that. And they have been producing their own audio clips, which will be accessible via QR code here hanging at the exhibit. We also have an exhibit pamphlet here that has QR codes for all of the artwork as well. All you need is a smart device, and what you'll do is use a free app that will be able to take a picture of the QR code, and it will send you to a web address, which will then get you to what is here, and you will be able to listen to these young people and their interviews with the artists.
Blessed, because this is something that I never...
So there are 19 different exhibits up here that people will be able to do this with, right?
That's right. It's an amazing example of Dayton's legacy with music and how this community is coming together to celebrate it. So on February 9th, we have the Ohio Players are going to be here for a kickoff event celebrating these artists' work.
It's going to be a great time. Now, if you're interested in coming to check out Visual Voices, Visions of Dayton Funk, the music art exhibit, it's at the Schuster Center from now through March the 31st, and it's open during regular business hours. And we'll throw it back to you guys.
Funk February. Sounds good. Thank you.